Good afternoon, my fellow park enthusiast. I'm getting into another playthrough from the beginning of Poke Park. I'm going to be doing a lot of documenting with this one, so rate of progress is going to be pretty slow. But it's no worries. I'm not really focused on beating the game right now. I'm going to be logging the order of operations needed to beat the game in a very specific detail. So we're going to start here with the entrance. I'm going to go through exactly what needs to happen, and I'm going to move on to the Meadow Zone in every subsequent zone. I'm going to move through every zone, and I'm going to be very meticulous. This will help me out with my future blindfolded run, as well as any other run, I guess, that I'm going to do with the game. Okay. So I guess I need to go ahead and get started. Where? Okay. Okay. Give me a moment here while I think of a way to distinguish walking up and talking to a Pokemon from just walking into their vicinity and triggering a cutscene. So I hope you're all doing well today. This is my 4th day streaming Poke Park in a row. I was thinking about the Mario Galaxy movie again. I'm not sure Not sure how I would compare it to the first movie. I've heard a lot of folks saying that the first one is more solid in terms of, you know, a comprehensive story. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to beat the dopamine rush of the constant references in Galaxy, and I do mean that as maybe not a compliment, but still still a bright spot of the movie. It's only been out for, you know, a week ish. Maybe 2 weeks. It hasn't been out for 2 weeks. What am I talking about? I don't know. I can understand the logical arguments about the first movie being the better of the two, and I am still feeling a bit of recency bias towards the Mario Galaxy movie. I don't know how I'll feel about it in a year, but at the very least, sorry, I wasn't sure why I did one. All right. I don't know. Right now, I might say that I prefer the Galaxy movie. Okay. Let me know if you've seen both the Mario movies. Let me know how you feel about them, individually, comparatively. I will say the newer one had, I think, a lot more eye candy with all the action scenes. Not to mention all the references that you can catch, sometimes without even having to pay all that close attention. There were a lot that they'd be hard to catch inside the theater. Definitely a lot that I missed and only found out about later, but I don't know, it just seems like that's tough. Now that I'm thinking about it and speaking aloud, maybe I'm falling for the jingling keys. Anyways, let's keep moving on with the game here. Alright, finally going to move on to the Meadow Zone. The Meadow Zone's a real beauty. Look at those big old rock-cut statues and the big waterfall. The nice scenery. You can definitely see the beach zone from here, right? I have to imagine that's what we're looking down at. Alright. So if I'm remembering from last time, and really every time before that, I think we're going to, what are we going to do? No clue. I have no idea. Not the slightest. We're going to talk to Bulbasaur. We're going to play the game. Then we're going to see that Trico takes Chikorita away with Mankey, and then we're gonna go back and talk to Bulbasaur. We're gonna make friends with Turtwig, and then what? I don't know. Then I guess we're gonna do the game, and then we're gonna go talk to Trico again. We're gonna battle with Mankey, and then we'll visit Venusaur the first time. We don't have to talk through it all right now. We'll see soon enough. I mean, we've seen it a lot of times. Yes, we have seen it a lot of times by this point. Alright. Alright, we get a free game. Definitely appreciate that. Definitely appreciate that. For sure. It's kind of funny how Bulbasaur plays in his own game, huh? Probably, I don't know, if you're Bulbasaur, do you charge yourself to play your game? I would say no. Because then if you do, you're making money off yourself, and if you pay taxes in the Meadow Zone, then you're probably going to have that money taxed. So you end up losing out in the end. I just don't think it's worth it. I don't think the novelty of charging yourself to play your own game it doesn't make sense. Okay. Do you think there's a real reason why Mew couldn't have just told everyone with a fragment to bring them to the meeting place all at the same time, and then they could, you know, talk it out between themselves? I guess not. I guess Pikachu had to be the catalyst to make things happen. Alright, so we're gonna go cross the river, or at least we're gonna try to. Not gonna be able to make it past Trico until we befriend Turtwig and make things happen. Alright. Huh. Okay, you know what? Okay, alright. I was thinking about doing some other stuff while I'm out here in the field. But maybe we should only go one thing at a time. Let's see. What am I doing? One of these buttons is going to help me out here. Now I think about it, this is the only time in the game where you're forced to play the attraction with one specific Pokemon. In every other instance, except I guess technically the first time you play Daring Dash, because you'd only have access to Pikachu, right? Well, okay, I'm not sure about that. Maybe you could talk to other Pokemon and befriend them before you play Daring Dash. In any case, hold on. Okay. In any case, I think this is probably, yeah, this is probably the only exception where you have to play with a specific Pokemon. Alright, let's go and talk to Trico one more time. I'm sure I'll be impressed by Turtwig's achievement. Let us on through. Oh, you know what? It was a cutscene, right? I didn't have to automatically, not on. What am I talking about? It was it automatic or not? Did I have to press 2 to speak to him or not? Alright, let's head on through, talk to Mankey. Alright. Alright, so it looks like we'll make it through the Meadow Zone today. Meadow Zone is pretty short, generally speaking. Oh no! I forgot, dude! No! Oh my god. No. I forgot to talk to Bidoof. I should have done that before now. I need to find out how early I'm allowed to do the Bidoof house building mission. Alright, well, maybe I'll take care of that before I go. wonder if I'm maybe using too much detail. I've been putting down everything that I do here. Like, I just put down enter Venusaur's lair. I didn't know what else to call it. Enter... Yeah, I don't know. But now that I'm looking back on it, I wonder if I really need all of these steps. It's probably fine. I'm just worried that if I put down too much information, it might be a bit more difficult to navigate. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of... I think I'm gonna get rid of that step. I'm trying to think if there's a reason I would want to keep it. I don't think so. I'm thinking hard here. I'm thinking. I don't know. The demerits are speaking to my soul here. I can't have too many things written, right? I know I said I'd be meticulous, but too meticulous? My brain can only comprehend so many steps. Let's maybe limit it a bit. Maybe. Yeah, let's limit it. Alright. So I think that, yeah, it doesn't matter which order I do the two tasks in. I don't know. Alright, so we've only got so many more things that we need to do here. Shouldn't be difficult. So at this point, I can probably talk to Bidoof, right, and get the jobs that I need to do here done. Let's hold that off for now. Alright, so we're going to talk to Venusaur. Gonna play Vine Swing. Oops, I just opened up the wrong application in the background. Whoopsie. Oopsie. Okay. I was just thinking about how to specify when steps are flexible. Like when one thing can be done before another, like with getting to choose Spearow and Croagunk, which one comes first.
Venusaur. Venusaur. Venusaur.
Alright, let's see if we can get this done in one go. Alright, I think that should be good enough.
Venusaur. Venusaur.
Alright, so, looks like we are now permitted to leave. Great. Gotta make sure that I don't save the game here, because I need to reset and then go back through the beginning to see how early I'm able to do the Bidoof stuff. Alright, so I think I'll talk to, who is it, Starly? That's currently guarding the exit. Wait, what does this say when I try to enter? Do you want to go past the gate? Okay. I was wondering if it would give a specific name to that area that was past the gate, but I guess it's just past the gate. I guess that's all it is. Alright, so we're going to talk to Starly, and then I think we're going to leave. Okay. Alright, now we can head out. Alright, we'll probably move on to the meeting place with the next stream, but for now, I'm gonna, let's see, I'm gonna make a save state somewhere. Alright, I think I made the save state. Not 100% certain, but I think I have. Now I'll reset the game, play through the first 5 minutes again to get to the Meadow Zone, and then we'll try talking to Bidoof as soon as we can. See how quick we're able to pull it off. Did I hope the text speed is still set to fast. I may have neglected to check if that's still the case. Hopefully it is. It also means we'll have to go through this cutscene once again with falling into the Poke Park, and then we'll talk to Mew. Now that I'm thinking about it, you kind of lured us in here. You low-key kidnapped Pikachu and forced it to come to the Poke Park. I feel like that's not a great thing, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it was all for the best, but that's not my decision to make. Alright, I guess since we're here, we can run through the steps in our head to help memorize them again. So we're going to talk to Chatot again, and we're going to break the crate. Or, I'm sorry, we just broke the crate. Next, we're going to hop over the log. Then we're going to talk to Chatot again, and play chase. And then we're going to talk to Baniri, but that's like part of the same string of dialogue, so... you know, it's whatever. Gonna talk to Chatot, play chase, and then we're going to talk to Baniri on the other side of this tree, right? And then we're gonna shock Snorlax. And then we're gonna head out the park, and I think, well, we also have to talk to Chatot one more time. Open up the PAL menu, the friends list. Open up the friends list, see Chatot there, and then I think we can leave. And we might have to read a sign also. I think we talk to Chatot, open the PAL list, talk to him again, and then read the sign on our way out. Give me a moment, let me make sure I have my steps right. Okay, there was an automatic pop-up that I wasn't sure if I should include in the steps. It might help for the challenge. But other than that, I don't need to know that. In fact, I won't even need it for the challenge. It's all good. No worries. I'm just not going to think about it. Let me look at the steps one more time just to make sure that they flow in a way that kind of, you know. Um... Yeah, maybe I'll polish up the presentation a bit. You can't see it, so just take my word for it when I say that you could use a little bit of polishing. But you also have to trust me when I tell you that it looks pretty good. I may have outdone myself with this one. Alright, so we're going to open up the pad. We opened up the pad. Okay, so wait, we only have to open up the pad. We don't actually have to open up the friend list. Okay, well, I'm glad I got that out of the way. Open... What's it called? The pal pad? Or the park pad? Or just the pad? I probably could have... It's called the Poke Park pad. Alright, well... Alright, now let's see if we can talk to Bidoof. As soon as we go by Chikorita and Buneary. Back to the entrance. I see. So that is what's called the entrance. More specifically, the Poke Park entrance. Alright, now, let's see if we can go over here. And if we can deliver the... Wow, I'm really not seeing any Pokemon over here. Like, at all. It looks so empty and sad. Maybe they show up a bit later. Let's see if Bidoof is here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, okay. But we were able to... Okay. We were able to do it earlier, right? Well, we'll just have to check after every action to see when we first get the opportunity. Because I know we were able to do it before we settled everything with Venusaur, right? We were able to do it, you know, before we battled Croagunk. So at the very least, we don't have to wait for Venusaur's approval in order to, you know, work with Bidoof. I don't know, the stream's turned out a little bit longer than I expected it to. Looks like I might end up going through the Meadow Zone twice now. Same stream. Okay. I have a feeling that I may have to talk to Venusaur before it's possible, but let's keep checking. Let's see if we can make it happen sooner. Look at that, Turtwig's over here. We talked to him yet? Okay. Oh! Dyslexia strikes again. So it says because the guard is watching the bridge, he can't go yet. Alright, I'm gonna talk to you again now. And I'm gonna talk to you again after making friends with Turtwig. I'm going to be very annoying about this. Leave no stone unturned. Let's just pretend that I can't read at all, which isn't that far from the truth, but let's pretend that I can't read at all, and so I have to keep checking after every action to see if, to see if it works. Because who knows, maybe they didn't program it right. You can actually talk to Bidoof earlier than you would logically, think that it's allowed. What? What I mean is, maybe you can start building the house before Trico and Mankey are gone from the bridge. Goodness gracious, I am itchy. Had to scratch around my noggin, which is why there may have been a bit more noise. Alright, gonna talk to Bidoof. If it doesn't work, I'm gonna play Bulbasaur's Daring Dash, and then I'm gonna talk to Bidoof again, and then I'm gonna talk to Trico, and then I'm gonna talk to Bidoof again. I will never stop talking to Bidoof at every available opportunity. You could say that I'm taking this a bit too far. And you'd probably not be wrong. There was one more thing I wanted to double check. I wasn't really paying great attention earlier, but I wanted to see if this next conversation with Trico, I was wanting to see if it was automatic or if we had to manually walk up and engage in conversation. Alright, I think it's almost time to end the stream. We will soon know for sure when it's okay to start delivering the planks of wood, little bundles of wood that are nicely tied up. Oh, you don't ask that. We don't really ask ourselves who's tying up the lumber. I don't know. I mean, look at it. It is tied up and put away in crates. Curious. Okay, so automatic. I guess that makes sense, right? Because otherwise we could probably walk past Trico, and we're not supposed to be doing that. We're not supposed to be doing that, so that makes sense. Alright, I think after this, surely we would be able to talk to Bidoof and get a positive response now, right? We may also need to clear Mankey, who's also guarding the bridge, but let's see. Okay. Okay. Alright. Wow. I get the feeling this has been probably well over half an hour now. It's okay. We're gonna get this done. We're gonna be thorough. Surely, once we get Mankey to move off and away from the bridge, that'll give clearance to Bidoof's friends that would be visiting. So we can't... Okay. I was wondering what would happen if I tried running into him while he ran to me. Turns out we both take damage. Okay. That's cool. Alright, now I'm thinking that it's gonna work out. If it doesn't work out now, I'm going to start feeling stressed. Alright, we finally seem to be on the right track now. So this is after talking to Mankey. Alright. I think this is going to be the end of the stream. Appreciate all of you joining me, keeping company, and all that. We will be picking up the next stream very soon. Maybe I'll go 5 days in a row. Maybe I'll go 10 days in a row. Who knows? Maybe I won't stream for another week. We'll see. But until the next stream, I hope that you'll all hydrate, take heart, and take care of yourselves in the days to come.